Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids, that's where we live.
Really? Oh my God.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of VR Studio Presents Meet Your Stars. I'm here with the one and only Secondhand Serenade, John from Secondhand Serenade. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time to come out to the very corner, to the very hilly areas of Mizoram, and in the, obviously, where everything happens, the hub, the city, Aizawl. How have you found your experience so far, honestly?
I think it's one of the most unique, beautiful cities I've ever been to.
Right.
I mean, even just landing here, you're landing in between mountains. It's just beautiful, and we've gotten the best reception I could imagine.
Good.
Everybody's been so sweet, so accommodating, and I just feel very welcome here. So I'm grateful. I'm very grateful.
That's great. And have you been adventurous with the food here, or?
Yeah, we've gotten. I mean, well, we've just had like a really packed schedule, so I basically eat whatever they give me.
Right, okay.
And half the time I don't know what it is, but it's delicious. I mean, it's very, very incredible. I like that there's a lot of things here with you guys call it coriander, we call it cilantro.
Yes.
But you guys do a lot of food with that and a lot of like sauces and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean that's like one of my favorites. So it's all been very, very great so far.
Okay. Well, that's great. So we do pride ourselves in our food. Lots of vegetables here.
Yes,
Things that you may not find a lot in the US.
Yeah.
So,
well, my tour manager's a vegetarian.
Right.
So he appreciates that a lot. Yeah, exactly.
That's great. So I did live in the US for a couple of years.
Oh, wow.
In Michigan.
Oh, wow.
So I do.
She's from Michigan. She lived in Michigan.
Yes.
My tour manager's from Michigan.
Oh,
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids.
Yes.
That's where we live.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's wild. That's amazing.
It is anyway.
Small world.
A few years ago, so that's a while back. But anyway, so good to have you here. And this is your first time in India, generally.
Yes,
is
it's
that
my
correct?
first time in India.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little bit concerned that I even had fans here. I wasn't sure. I didn't know.
Well, you do.
So, yeah, I mean, I've noticed a few of them, so it's very exciting for me because this is a whole new place for me to come visit and play my songs and spread my music. So
yes, we can confidently say that the northeast of India, especially Mizoram, is very, very multicultural in that way.
Yeah.
In terms of music, in terms of food, in terms of fashion.
Yeah.
We're very westernized, Koreanized.
Yeah.
So we do enjoy dipping into different cultures and seeping in and being sponge basically. So we do love Secondhand Serenade.
Oh, wow.
We're very into the emo culture, especially the millennials here.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear. It's great.
Let me ask you a question. I'm going to be a little bit repetitive for you.
Okay.
Repetitive. Why the name Secondhand Serenade?
I originally wrote all my music. Like most of my music, almost all of my music is relationship based. Now I have a few songs, about like, I have a few songs about my children and stuff, but most of my music is about romance, about love, about heartbreak.
Right.
And so, when I write a song about the person that I love, they're always getting the first-hand serenade, and I play it to them first because it's meant for them, And for everybody else, I mean, I started playing guitar because I wanted to impress a girl, So like, it was something that that was just a natural progression for me. So everybody else when I go on tour, they get the secondhand serenade.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that is very, very interesting.
Thank you.
And you did mention a little bit about what inspired you to do music. Is it more than just a girl?
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, music's in my family. My father was a professional jazz musician in Europe for 20 years.
Right.
And he definitely expressed his love of music to us, to me and my brother. And my brother is a very accomplished musician as well.
Right.
He went to Berklee School of Music.
Oh, yes, I know Berklee.
He did, did incredible work there, and he still plays music. And he comes out on tour whenever I do full band tours. So he's my bass player, and so we keep it in the family.
Okay.
And I just, really, I got that, ingrained in me at an early age. But really, what did it is just I loved music, mostly the genre that I play.
And how would you describe the genre that you play?
Well, so I'm different. I'm a little different. I'm in a genre that's like a little bit more rock. And I started off just doing acoustic because I didn't have anybody to play with, so I just played by myself.
Okay.
And I just wanted to like pay homage to those songs that I loved and grew up loving in an acoustic way, and did the best job that I could at it.
And you did a very good job.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And so it's fun that I get to do these kinds of like festivals and these kinds of runs. I mean, like I just did like a Southeast Asia like tour with Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. Actually, ironically enough, I was just with Red Jumpsuit Apparatus at the end of August.
Right.
And I have a few shows coming up with Boys Like Girls in the Philippines next year.
That's exciting.
And so, I started like looking up to these bands and playing music that I thought kind of fit in with that because I love the music so much.
Yes.
And now it's amazing to be able to like call them colleagues and friends and play shows with them. So yeah, the music stuck to me.
That's amazing. And you can't deny that Secondhand Serenade is very, very closely linked with the emo culture.
Yeah, definitely.
And, the way that I'm dressed, the way that most of the audience will be dressed is to relive those moments that we've had back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, and maybe a bit later on to the years as well. So how would you describe emo in terms of the music that you play? And
a lot of, it's an interesting question. A lot of people like, it's, you can describe emo by like a very simple playlist, like, I mean, the music like kind of describes itself, but the way that I kind of look at it the most, it's like extremely, it's all music's emotional, but like there's something that connects more with this emo music to people. It's more of a culture than just a genre.
That's correct. Yeah.
And yeah, it's beautiful seeing people. I mean, even like you, like that, like still live on and still feel that in their hearts.
Yes.
So it's just it's very emotional music that's honest, and it's not necessarily about just writing the catchiest songs. It's about writing writing in an interesting way that actually connects to that person on a very personal level.
So emo is just not about the long straight hair and the black eyes and the accessories. So it's about connecting on a deeper level.
Yeah, I feel like all the artists that are in that genre, started writing in the first place for themselves. I mean, I find it to be as therapeutic for me as other people do for them.
Yes.
And, I'm generally a pretty happy guy. And I feel like that's because I've learned how to process my feelings in this manner, in this positive manner.
So it's a form of escapism, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. Escape and just coping with hard times. We all have them.
Yes.
And beautiful part of the culture is to make people not feel alone when they are going through hard times themselves. Yes. I can see that other people go through them at all levels of life.
That's amazing. So we're having a bit of a counseling session here.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly.
Yeah. So my next question is, how do you think, so you started in the year 2000, exactly which year?
I feel like I put out my first album Awake in 2006.
Right.
And then we did a re-release once I got signed to a label in 2007, and then obviously Twist of My Story came out in 2008.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I started like mid 2000s kind of. But I mean, I played music all before then. It's just
Right.
first time I recorded something.
So we're talking almost like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Way to date me that.
No, we're all on the same boat. But how much do you think music has evolved over the years, and what is your view on the music that has kind of cropped up since then?
Interesting question. I feel like there was a while there, like after like 2010, EDM and stuff got very, very popular.
Yes.
And I feel like emo music took kind of a little bit of the music and the culture took a little bit of a backseat. People were kind of like growing up and trying to figure out who they were.
Yes.
but it's it's actually really nice to see a lot of like mainstream pop music has a lot more instruments again, and it's a lot more organic, like it used to be. And now that those original emo people
Yes.
have kind of grown up, they can they like to remember that, and they want to be emo again. And so I honestly feel like the culture is stronger than it ever was. I mean, I'm playing emo nights all around the U.S. all the time, like all the time.
Yes.
And it's remarkable to see how many people come out to these and the festivals in the summer. I mean, there never used to be really. There was Warped Tour and like Bamboozle, and those were like the only kind of festivals in that world. But now they're popping up new festivals all over the country, and it's amazing to see that come back like that.
Yes. So throughout the years, the generation change, that inspiration is carried forward.
Yeah, of course. And you see that the inspiration from the emo stuff in a lot of pop music, like Olivia Rodrigo and like all these artists that are like playing like punk rock again.
It's like a subculture now, isn't it?
It's pretty incredible.
Yes.
And I'm just very, very blessed to be a part of it.
We're so blessed to have you here. I mean, I just can't, it just can't sink in yet, the fact that you're here. And we're just so grateful. Just maybe a couple more questions.
Of course.
What would you tell maybe your younger self back when you first started making music, and what you've learned now? And maybe people that still listen to your music now.
Yeah.
Kind of any advice that you would give?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like everybody has their own path. I definitely made a few mistakes along the way. But they're mistakes that you have to go through to grow. And I would just, persistence is important, and persistence and consistency. Like, so you have to keep working, even though if it's not working out for you. I went through a lot of musical stages, and wasn't a lot of bands that obviously they didn't work out. And so you can't take any sort of rejection as a reason to quit. And I feel like do it for the right reasons. Do it because you love doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, if people hear that like they can tell that you actually love what you're doing, they're gonna connect to it.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Try to avoid. And I've even fallen in this hole before, and I'm excited to be out of it. But trying to make music in order for it to be successful is a very, very bad thing to do. But once you've had a little bit of success, that's kind of what's pushed on you. And you need to just keep making the music that's you and that feels right. And I feel like that's what's going to connect the most.
That's amazing. That's really good advice as well. And I won't hold you on for much longer. You have to perform.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to that. Is there anything we can expect? Are you doing acoustic? Are you having a band?
I'm going to be doing acoustic. There are going to be a few surprises on stage tonight.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm very excited about that, but I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of the songs that people know and love. So.
Will you come back to Missouri?
Absolutely, 100%. Next time I'll take my wife and little boy as well.
Oh, that would be lovely. Well, we'd love having you here, John, and we hope you enjoy the concert. We hope you enjoy your performance. Good luck and God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.